7 p.m. Bruce, would you do roll call?
Yes. Elisa Guda.
Here.
Mark Porter.
Here.
William Coons.
Here.
Greg Brew.
Here.
Before we get started, I wanted to let you all know, normally Planning Commission is made up of 5 members. We do have an absentee today. Solicitor, correct me if I'm not getting it clearly. When we get into the regular meeting, to pass anything, we need a majority vote of 3 people. So as we go through the situation with, there's just 4 of us today, if anyone is concerned the vote may not go in your favor with 1 person missing, we do have the right to table it to our next meeting, if you so choose.
If they would like to. Correct. If they would like to.
Yeah, if they would like to.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So for the public hearing, agenda item number 1, PC case number 2514, Joseph Paul Franzese, thank you, Joe, of JPF Architects is representing Mr. Greg McBride, the applicant, seeking approval to open a restaurant, Daru, at 506 East Washington Street with new signage and exterior modifications. Development review will also take place after the public hearing in our planning commission meeting immediately following. So, Joe, take it away.
So currently the building is vacant. It was the former Pony Boys. And my client is going to, they've leased it and we're going to modify it into another venue. The existing building will have a bar with seating in it. And then we're adding a greenhouse on the side of the building that will, you can see it in the elevations when we look at it. There'll be a kitchen at the rear. So we're gonna modify.
Tell me where you want to go.
Oh, we're fine. You can, if you wanna look at the inside or the outside, it doesn't make any difference to me.
Where's the greenhouse?
The greenhouse is on the right-hand side. It's got the tables in it with the point to the little to the left, right there.
Down at the bottom corner. Now, what's there right now?
Nothing. It's open patio.
So, I know this is a public hearing, but I'm curious, Dave, does that go through architectural review also, or
Yes.
where does it go first, here or there?
Here.
Here. Is that today too? Like, will we approve that today as well, that little addition?
Yes.
Okay. Just checking. Okay, sorry. Thank you. Yeah,
Okay.
upon approval, great. Nice. So they'll have dining in the,
There'll be dining, there'll be a bar.
in there, but in the greenhouse too?
No, the dining will be in, well, dining is in both sides. But
Okay.
the bar is on the left-hand side.
Got it.
You should look at it. She's pointing right now at the bar. There'll be seating along the westerly side of the building, seats in the front of the new bay window. The existing toilet rooms will remain the same. The kitchen,
You're moving the bar to the middle of the room.
no, the bar is
So,
basically
no,
where it is now.
It's
No.
existing.
So the seating on the other side, is that outside?
No, that's indoors.
Okay. Is that enclosed or is it always that way?
It's that way.
The addition with the greenhouse is an addition. That was open.
Right.
Right.
No, I'm trying to picture being when it was located.
When you walked in, you turned to the right,
Correct.
and there was a bar to your left
Yes,
and seating to the right-hand side. This will
exactly.
be essentially the same inside.
But the bar had like a garage door that went to the outside.
The garage door,
And is that what that seating is that we see there outside?
if you go to the left roof, go for the, no, that, almost in the middle of the building, that's the garage door. that we
Correct.
removed.
Okay,
Adjacent to that will be the greenhouse.
so that's where the greenhouse
That's
is.
where the greenhouse will be.
So you're gonna enclose
That's
what was the patio?
Yes.
Got it.
It'll be enclosed.
I thought the greenhouse was that little area on the bottom.
No.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Yeah, there'll be fireplaces in the greenhouse on both ends
Mhm.
with skylights. There'll be a wine room that is just south, if you go to look at your pointer. Just up there.
If you want, yeah.
That'll be easier to try to describe it. There'll be a wine room in here, we'll store the wine. The room will be used for special tasting events. There'll be a kitchen at the back, and then a receiving room. And then if you look at the elevation, scroll to the next sheet. The front of the building, scroll up a little further. Front of it will be completely changed. The windows that are there now will be large. There'll be wood trim around the copper roofs. And then the front entrance will have a peaked roof on it with windows, and these are the skylights in the greenhouse. And then the east elevation that faces Hunan. So the door will be, and then these are all the windows that are in the greenhouse, and it's the skylight that traverses from one side to the other.
This is a public hearing, so is anyone from the public here to ask any questions or no? Everyone's voting. You all have any?
Well, I don't know if this is the right time to ask the question, but it's a lovely design and it looks very nice. My concern or question revolves around parking.
Okay?
Now, let me ask my question. Okay. I believe the lease that you've provided us with St. Joan
Yes.
is for 1 year. What happens if St. Joan does not renew the lease? We now have a much larger building, permanent building. The previous one, that was kind of a temporary use with the patio. Much larger building than we've had before, with a greater need for permanent related parking, but no parking. That's a concern I have. And if we approve a building without permanent parking, what happens if the parking goes away?
Is it stipulated that way in the lease, or does it say that it's renewable every year?
But it may be canceled on 1 year's notice by either party. So the church can terminate that lease at the end of a year, given notice, the way I read it. Now, maybe I'm not a lawyer, so I was just glancing at it. Under term, paragraph 3, Mark.
Well, and also number 4. Yeah, well, is that something that we,
I don't know whether that's
Addressed in the-
something we
in the
address or
meeting.
not.
Well, you certainly address it in a meeting, no question,
Okay.
for sure. And you're able to ask the questions now and you've heard an answer, so.
is there anyone here representing, I know that there's a conflict with what's going on at
Yes.
the church. Is anyone here from St. John's?
No.
To speak, okay.
Father was unable to attend because he's at a Christmas
It
event.
says about, if a council.
Greg
member was
McBride
doing
did the same event, otherwise he would be here.
that. Okay. Do you want to?
Yeah, I don't know what the legality is of approving a large structure without obvious parking to meet the parking requirement. The 1 year contract, to me, doesn't meet the test.
Previous tenants had contracts with other places for valet parking. What were the terms there? I don't recall.
I don't recall either. So,
What, they were with you, weren't they?
well, in
Yeah.
part, yeah,
Mhm.
and with Ed.
Okay. Oh, so, yeah.
And we had 1 year renewable contract.
So yours were also one, so that's been the case.
But that was with kind of a temporary, it was a conditional use.
They're all
Okay.
conditional use.
Okay.
Because it's
For
a
that,
restaurant.
particularly for the expansion space, the patio
But
space.
this is the restaurant is a conditional use in this district, right, Dave?
Okay, so I'm just
No,
not
that's a good
sure.
point. I'm glad you did, because I thought that they were renting the previous tenants. And I think it's the same concept with the year. And then,
I guess I would say, I mean, we consider what's in front of us. So what happens a year from now, or 5 years from now, 10 years from now, I mean, we don't have a way to know what that's going to happen. But right now, you have a contract with the church, you have parking spots that are available to you, but what happens 2 years from now, we can't really consider you satisfied the parking requirements that the village has recall. Is that correct, Dave?
Yes, what we did in the past, Mark, was they brought in an agreement every year.
Mhm.
And that was part of their occupancy. And if they didn't bring that agreement in, we revoked their occupancy.
Okay.
They were done,
Okay.
So we would just keep, and it looks,
which you always did.
So that's a requirement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So that will ensure that the parking continues, whether it's at St. John's or somewhere else.
Okay.
So what we have in front of us tonight for this public hearing and for the follow-on meeting satisfies
Mhm.
the conditions the village has set. So I'm satisfied.
okay,
What happens
Okay.
a year from now?
Yeah, no, that's fine, as long as it has to
Yeah.
be met continually contractually,
Mhm.
or, the permit lapses.
well,
It's a lot, I really like the layout. I mean, it's a nice way to expand that area for seating.
And the greenhouse addition's really pretty neat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Joe, will you be using the pass-through from the bar to the greenhouse?
Yes, yeah, it'll be open. And it will be closable if there's an event, if somebody wants to use that room, we can make it a little more private.
the garage door.
It won't be a garage door.
But yeah, yes.
Like some means of
It's bathroom door.
How about entertainment?
We discussed that, they're not quite sure what they will have. It's not gonna be anything expansive, it might be one person, someone with guitar, violins, but it's not gonna be a four-piece band.
Okay.
The intent is to have this as a very quiet place, basically get away from home, someplace else to go, enjoy yourself, and just a respite from your daily activities.
So I did a little research on the name of, it's alcohol
Yes,
or liquor. So is it a restaurant
no,
or is it more of like a speakeasy that has some?
it will, yeah, Daru, as you found, it'll be whiskey, wine, and some beer.
Okay.
The food menu will be very limited. It'll be smoked meat, spices, spiced nuts, spiced meat, composed cold salads, no cooking. Anything they do, it's all prepared right there.
So I have a bunch of questions, but I think it might go more for the regular meeting.
Okay.
Before we
That's fine.
do anything.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have questions?
If you have, is this a prototype or is this a franchise or?
It's not a franchise. It's intended to be the flagship for potential other locations nationally.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You good?
Okay, so
Should we move to adjourn?
what do
So moved.
I will second, and the public hearing is adjourned. Is there anything else I need to, Bradley, do we need to do anything else to end the public hearing?
I guess I thought there were two public hearings tonight. There's just one. Okay, never mind.
Just the one on the public hearing?
Yep.
Okay.
So now we're into the regular planning commission
Yes.
meeting? Okay.
Okay, it is 7:14 PM, and we will call to order the regular planning commission meeting of December 11th, 2025. Ruth, will you do roll call, please?
Elise Aguda,
Here.
Mark Porter,
Here.
Joe Coons,
Here.
Greg Burt.
Here.
So if anyone came in before we started or after we started the public hearing, I just want to put a note that there are only 4 members here today. It's normally a 5-member commission. So to approve anything, we need a vote of 3. If anyone here feels they'd rather table to the next one, we can do that if they think it's not going the way they would hope. With that, I would also like to review the minutes from the last meeting. Are there any additions, corrections, changes?
Move to approve.
Second.
All right, Ruth?
Elise Aguda,
Yes.
Mark Porter,
Yes.
Joe Coons,
Yes.
Greg Burt.
Yes.
Okay, agenda item number 1, PC case number 2514. Joe Paul Franzese from JPF Architect, representing Mr. Greg McBride, applicant, is seeking approval to open a restaurant Daru at 506 East Washington Street with new signage and exterior modifications.
want me to get up again?
No, you can sit without listening, but I will tell you, here is my big dilemma. Let's just start with the outside first, because I love what you want to do inside. In October, we had a public hearing and regular meeting with your neighbors, steak restaurant that Hangry Brands is doing. Is there anyone here representing Steak or Hangry? Okay. Their contract with parking is eerily similar to the one that you have. And your parking spots overlap. Ruth, do you have the Exhibit A from? Yeah. Now, they also have the similar terms, which number 4 is no fault. Either party has the right in its sole and absolute discretion to terminate this agreement at any time for any reason whatsoever on 30 days notice, written notice. The one thing I noticed is Daru's contract, the only thing that's really different is you have more spots and you're paying a lot more. So do you know anything about the contract with Steak and where it stands? Because this is Exhibit A that was presented in October. And where those parking spots on Washington that are highlighted are the ones that Steak had, which overlap with the ones that you have for your 15 of your 20.
How many do they have in there?
15.
15. Okay.
So I didn't know if you were aware, I don't, and it's unfortunate the situation, because I would have loved to have talked to a representative
Can
from the
we
church.
go back to my site plan?
Can we go back to the, because you also have the ones on the arch, oh, and for full disclosure, and Bridie, if you wanted to, I think we're fine. But the mayor, myself, and Mr. Porter are all parishioners at St. Joan of Arc as well.
Okay.
Okay, so there are,
So we have an overlap, so.
you do.
There, what's not depicted here,
Mhm.
which there are spots here.
Yes.
There's spots here,
Mhm.
and I'm assuming that once they compare the two, they can resolve the issue of which spots are which. Because they're somehow gonna have to demarcate them so that you don't have two valets squabbling over a parking lot.
Exactly, and that's my concern, 'cause I love that there are two places wanting to have this. I think it's up there, other than maybe the Saturday vigil, there's an empty parking lot there that could benefit. And that's my concern. I don't want to see valet drivers arguing over spots and where, because from like my question with the nature of the business, I could easily see the two restaurants working together, because people would go for appetizers beforehand, have dinner, go back for a nightcap, like they can do both, which I don't think is the intent of overlapping parking, no.
Right.
So, that's something that stands out and read to me.
No, I think it clearly needs, now that we
Yeah.
see the spots that are assigned to them, we clearly need to go back to the church and clarify.
Yeah.
Which parking spaces.
Mhm. Yes, because what I was mentioning to Dave, if you look at where the church is, the main part, you'll see there's parking spots that are between the church and the school. And I don't know if there's easy access between your neighbor's Steak and the school and the church. Because if those spots were available too, I could see it would be easy for the guys to walk in there and then drive out. But that's the church's issue.
If we counted the spaces, there may be 35 spaces out there. Because there are 4 spaces that are on the
Yeah.
semicircle here.
Has anyone gone there to count today?
Yeah.
To-
I think they depicted those in the contract.
They did.
I think it was an exhibit.
Yeah, they did,
with
I
those
saw it.
4. So I think we need to go back and find out which spaces
Okay.
they are.
Mhm.
But clearly, there has to be an agreement even with the valet companies about who's who,
Yes.
particularly for liability.
Mhm.
But it's a huge parking lot, so this should not be a
Yes, it should be.
significant
Right.
issue. I mean, the ones right outside the church,
Mhm.
just down from the rectory, I mean, that's probably the best solution right near that, so you're not overlapping with the other restaurants.
Right.
The ones in front of the garden, or do you mean
Other, where the doors of the church are.
Yeah.
And then right in front of them,
those? Yeah.
you've got, I don't know, 40 spots or something in right in front.
Oh, yeah, on the front, and then there's the ones on the side Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And
St.
there's
Joe's has
ones
plenty
in
of
the back.
parking, but
Yeah.
we're concerned about conflict because they seem to have designated the same ones for you and the steak restaurant.
Probably two different people reviewed the contract. And nobody
No,
thought about it.
because that's why I was like, it stood out to me immediately, and
Thanks for pointing that out to us.
absolutely.
So we might want to have an amended parking plan, and perhaps we could, if we're gonna vote on this, it would need to be an approval pending submission of a new parking plan.
That doesn't conflict with parking for another
Yeah,
establishment.
and they were here first, so,
Right. And I also, because your parking contract doesn't start till April. And I believe Stakes is February 1st. But in order to start by April, you want to be able to get architectural review to approve everything else. So if we're able to do a conditional approval so they can move it on to architectural
Right.
review after the discussion, is that something that we could do? Or like rather, I don't want to table the entire thing till the new year if we can address the parking in the new year and have you go forward with architectural review on the other.
we've done this before, that we approve, upon submission of something that was missing or needed to be amended. Rather than have you come back again to essentially the same issue, and then you can go with ARB and the other ones.
And if you want, we have, we can scroll over a little further. I did a parking count and a seat count. We have a surplus of spaces.
Parking spots.
Yes. We have, at this point, we have 56 seats, for which, 58 seats,
Uh-huh.
for which we would need 29 spaces.
And how, because you don't have a whole lot of spots at your place.
No. We have a total of 58 parking spaces.
Oh,
I'm sorry, 38 parking
38.
spaces available.
so you have 18 on your property?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's not words we hear very often with regard to parking, a surplus of parking.
Based on the seats.
Yeah.
But the reason for
That's
that is the
fortunate.
reality, there's staff.
There's,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The valets aren't gonna walk to work.
Right.
So it's just the reality
Mhm.
that we didn't want to be, technically, I suppose we could have had just the minimum number.
Right.
But then it would have been the reality of not having enough parking spots.
No, that was the right move.
That's precisely why we did it.
Good.
Okay.
You can go out to the exterior.
This one?
Yes, that's fine. This really is an improvement, really looks nice.
Thank you.
The cost, you'll be open 7 days a week,
Says,
6 days, okay. This is, I mean, this is, those that have lived here a long time, this is a real step up. I just hope that, you're gonna be able to have enough business, which I think you will, but that was my concern. Just more of a compliment than a concern. It's just like, this is, we've lived through, back to the Violante days, we've seen a lot of changes with this place. and This is a step up.
what days, excuse me, go ahead, Bill, I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say that, hey, this is really nice to get this done.
What days will you be operating?
closed on Monday.
Closed on Monday. So there'll be no conflict with church activities Sunday evening?
We don't, well, the only thing that goes on is the vigil mass on Saturdays at 4:30. And that was my concern also with state. There's a lot more activity. Wednesdays, but they have adoration that people just come and go for that. Nothing that would fill the entire parking lot up like it does on Sunday morning. So, and I'm assuming you're in evening hours,
Yes.
so. I'm curious, just because of the nature of it, have you done a survey or is there a demand that you, like, do you think that will happen? Tell me, I'm just curious.
Yes, yeah, so we're aiming for an elevated drinking and snacking environment. And so there's very much demand to be able to have something that is different, unique, and we plan to bring a lot of Indian influences into it to have something that can be drawn not only the local individuals, but those in the surrounding areas that have ties to India that would like to come and visit as well. So there is we're using that as the basis to be able to bring those individuals who would be interested in that Indian theme to enjoy it.
Two comments. Dinner tonight at my house was Hunan by the Falls, and my wife talked to them and told them about the church was opening up parking. She was ecstatic because the fighting for parking is just legendary here. That was one. One of those times. No, it'll come to me.
So your price point, because I went on to Steak's website to look at their restaurant prices. I mean, it's Steak, so they're not Morton's, but they're also not Roadhouse in between. So your price point will probably be top shelf, mid shelf, a little above.
Top shop.
Okay.
And then above,
Okay.
we're looking at high-end wines,
Nice.
very
It really
hard to
isn't.
find,
Yes,
exclusive.
the Paris room went out
Yes.
in town, and that was the only thing I can think of that had that uniqueness of it per se, but it's different.
You will advertise as being in Chagrin Falls, however, I would imagine. That was my second.
Yeah.
Couldn't say that.
Yeah.
Welcome
Yes.
anyway.
That's always
I'm good.
okay.
Should we move to approve?
Okay.
So,
So I can move to approve the architectural proposals and a conditional approval based on clarity of parking? Is that, how would we word that?
Go ahead.
Sure. Well, we're here to approve or deny the conditional use permit, as I recall. And ARB will do
Okay,
the architectural stuff that Joe will address with them, I'm sure. So I move to approve the conditional use permit for Dar Restaurant.
Subject.
Subject to a revised parking plan showing parking different than Steak.
with,
Okay.
when you say the parking plan, parking plan that we approve.
That we approve.
That we approve.
Subject to a
Something that we-
satisfactory.
yeah. I mean, you could throw the same old parking, say we
Yeah.
submitted a plan,
Yeah.
we want something. we
An
approve.
amended parking plan.
an amended parking plan and clarity that doesn't conflict.
You see where we're
Your
at.
neighbors.
yeah.
And it should also be upon the approval of the building official rather than us, I imagine, unless we want them to come back again.
So if they submit a parking plan and Dave's like, okay, this is cool, it doesn't overlap, I'm fine with that. There's no need to have to,
So amended.
okay, I'll second that. Did you get all that, Ruth?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's recorded too, so.
Excellent.
Lisa Budoff,
Yes,
Mark Porter,
Yes.
Joe Coons,
Yes,
Greg Brewer.
Yes.
great. I was a little nervous about that, so I'm glad it worked out. The parking was my bigger concern, but we'll get through this. It looks beautiful. Thank you.
Yes.
We need to, that area, I want to see it a little bit. Spruced up. Okay, thank you.
thank you.
Okay. I'm gonna wait till we're done to sign, because I want to make sure I'm signing everything appropriately, like if we need to. Okay. All right. Our next item is PC case number 25-15, applicant Ms. Alexa Allgaier, thank you, is seeking to open up an occupational therapy clinic, Foundations Pelvic Therapy at 200 Industrial Parkway, Unit 4E, owned by Mr. Ed Gottschalk. Resubmission from last month with the parking listed, thank you. And it's my understanding you've withdrawn the sign.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. We had already gone over the business and all that. The biggest question was parking, where it is, and it looks like we have this here. Okay, that's the one I'm looking at. My biggest question, your parking, when you pull into the office, if you go up a little hill and around, is that where your entrance and parking will be, or are you you're along the side where?
Now, we're around in the back, if you were like looking at St. Joan of Arc, that door looks like the side of St. Joan of Arc.
Oh, so you're the back, okay, I thought you were by KEI. Like,
Yeah,
facing, but you're not facing KEI.
No, that's that little side you're talking about, I've got about 6 or 8.
Right.
Yeah, that would be that, go upwards, left, nope, down. You know,
Yeah, that is the point.
these spaces, this is KEI right in here.
Yeah.
This is Industrial Park, we
Right.
come up here and you turn here, this is the back lot, this is our upper lot here.
Right, because I've been through the upper lot and the parking's in the back lot, not the
Yes,
spaces by KEI.
Right.
Okay,
I mean, we're the only buildings that have more than enough and always had more than enough parking.
now I see why people were using it for their
Yeah,
valet.
you know, it always worked, it was a give and take, KEI was always great, and the market kind of blew up. And it just, you know, it got ugly, but anyway, so
I'm sorry.
parking is not a problem that we have for our buildings.
How do you is your suite downstairs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The building's ground floor.
Right.
Split level.
Right. And
So-
if you're in that upper parking lot on
This
the
upper
left,
parking lot comes in an entrance
on the top floor.
here. Right, and then there's a set of stairs that actually come down, you could come down here.
Right.
This,
Right.
you would access from here, come in the sidewalk here, and go down the hall.
You know, I used to ride out of Mountain Road all the time, and I never knew you had a parking lot back there.
Yeah, we have,
Right in there.
in fact, when we did the building 45, with that addition, one of the things, we could have put in even more parking, but because of the time, the well situation in South Russell, and so we basically did what they wanted us to do, a land bank, which we still had more than parking, but rather than, and then we said, hey, if we need it, we could always add it, but we never had. Everyone else needed it, but we haven't. And they kind of take it.
Advertising. What are you going to do so people find you? Is that,
I've been in touch with a few local businesses. A lot of my practice is private pay right now, so a lot of other private pay practices. Social media for right now, actually work for UH as well, so just kind of chatting with our gynos, our urology team, that kind of stuff.
so you have a good grapevine coming your way?
Hopefully.
Yeah,
I mean, our tenant base is all destination oriented, where there's no retail. I mean, that's just, so if you're going there, you might take a minute to find it, but even if you're going there, it's important.
Anything we should worry about? This seems pretty easy.
Yeah.
Actually it does, because there's not a big parking issue that we have to go through.
And you're one at a time, right? It's
Yeah, I have, it in like my paperwork, you know, please wait in your car until your appointment time. We don't have a lobby or a receptionist or anything. So, you know, I don't want people just kind of hanging out outside the door. So that'll be in their paperwork that's required to fill out before they can even come in. So, at the most, there will be me, one patient, and then maybe somebody in their car, an overlap for 15 minutes. And then there's a bathroom right across the hallway, so easy access for that. I know someone who asked that last time.
Okay.
All right. Motion to approve. I'd like to make a motion to approve PC case 25-15.
Second.
Ruth? Lisa Rudolph?
Yes.
Mark Porter?
Yes.
Bill Coontz?
Yes.
Greg Brown?
Yes.
Thank you for coming back and for presenting. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Moving along. PC case number 25-16, applicant Mr. Christian Hunter and representative Mr. Peter Perry are seeking approval to open a business called the Neighborhood Office at 1225 Bell, owned by Mr. Douglas Yurt. I believe Mr. Yurt's in the back. Okay, who would like to start?
I'm happy to start.
All right.
Sure.
I have an independent store called the Neighborhood Office. It's located on Washington Street now. Right
Back by Cowboy?
Yes.
Okay.
Right next door to Cowboy. It's been in business for 15 years. I've owned it for 4 years. And I'm looking to just move down the street into South Russell.
So you'll leave that other location?
That's correct.
Is your lease up over there and it's time to move?
Yes.
More space needed?
Better space, yes.
Well, it's a red barn. I mean, what can you
Yeah.
get? How can you go wrong with a red
Easy to
barn?
That's one of our biggest barriers is location, how to find this. So this will not be a problem.
And you're retail, so you'll have people coming and going.
We do have, yes, we do have people coming and going. They are quick visits, so people are dropping prepaid packages off, shipping packages. We are printing service as well. We do anything from small format business cards all the way up through blueprints, banners, posters, things like that.
You got plenty of parking. It's already, you
Yeah.
heard about parking tonight, right? Yeah.
Yes.
It's a beautiful
Heard our-
facility. It's a great location. Yeah. The only problem is the landlord can be a pain sometimes.
I do have a question. Do you have designated parking? I mean, right now, I think you're the only tenant, but as more tenants are added, maybe this is better for Mr. Yurt, will there be designated parking spots per business? Or do you plan on leaving it to the tenants to figure it out?
Well, I would probably, this traffic is going to be, I don't know how heavy this traffic is going to be, that's the problem.
Okay.
I don't know, if we can have 20 people going, maybe. So what do you have now?
Yeah, right now, I mean, typically we have, well, we're in the busy season right now.
Sure.
November through January, it's very heavy activity, so. But people come and go pretty much all day long. When, you know, they come in, drop off packages, leave, do shipping. So I don't have exact numbers of how many turnover in an hour.
Well, how many customers do you have on a typical non-heavy season day?
Sure, yeah, so
Approximately.
approximately, maybe 40 in an hour or so.
Do you have PO boxes there too, like the UPS store does?
Correct, we do.
Okay.
We do
And
have PO boxes.
the people that are currently renting them, they'll move?
Yes, that's the plan, is to move them over.
Okay. How many do you have leased now?
Right now, I have about 30 mailboxes leased.
Do they come every day for mail or?
No, they don't.
Okay.
No, they don't. And then I also have a digital mail service as well. So people do stop in to pick up their mail from that.
So it's in and out, it's less than 15 minutes typically,
Less than 10 minutes typically.
40 people an hour or so?
40 people an hour, yeah. I did an average in November last month. We pushed through on average, about 79 parcels
Okay.
A day.
Is parking a challenge where you're at now? Because there's so much retail in that area.
It has become an issue, only because with the snow, people are lifting heavier boxes, that sort of thing.
You mean the first floor?
Correct.
Okay.
Don, have you ever had a problem with people exiting west onto Chillicothe and then trying to turn left? Coming out of past your insurance office on the driveway that heads towards the gas station, yeah. Yes.
So like making two left turns.
Yeah, so I'm concerned if people would say, leave the barn heading west in your driveway, heading right towards the gas station, and then they try to turn left, jumping a couple lanes. I don't recall accidents there, but I don't know.
I really, most of the time, I go out to the side and
Yeah.
hill.
Yeah,
But I would imagine it would be a problem if you want to go out straight and make a left.
yeah, I would think. Okay.
Is parking connected between the barn and the White House?
I'm sorry?
Are the parking lots connected between your White House and the, okay.
I have,
Mhm.
right now I have, I think, 22 parking spots
Mhm.
for the Big Red Barn. And then I have, about 12 parking spots for the insurance office. And in the insurance office, I had, literally I have upstairs, probably 4 or 5 spots out of that.
Did you move into the Red Barn or are you still in the White House?
Is that?
Are you in the White House still or did you move into the
I
Red
have,
Barn?
well, I have the spaces, but I haven't moved there yet.
Okay, yeah, I thought you were
I've
moving.
got an occupancy permit, but.
Yeah.
I have it every time, get my son out of in there because we have a lot of space.
Right.
He likes to hear what everything that's going on.
Right, I heard it.
Yeah.
Okay,
But anyway,
that's, thank you.
Is the lot striped at this point?
I'm sorry.
It's hard, right now with the snow, you can't tell where the parking would be. But it is striped under the.
Well, all parking straight.
Yeah, okay, I didn't know, I went there today, they were clearing the snow, but it's hard to see.
Yeah, it's all straight. Yeah.
Okay.
When do you plan on moving?
In January.
Okay.
You've got a lot of work to do. Because that, I looked in, I mean, it's raw right now, basically.
Yeah, we just need a flooring put in.
And all your cabinetry and,
I don't really have any cash.
oh, you don't?
No,
Oh,
everything,
Counter in the front.
a counter.
The counter, the mailboxes.
Right.
You're just gonna take them from that, the
Yes.
literal mailboxes.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you have to build it out.
And there were 24-hour access to the mailboxes.
Currently, they do. That's something I would have to work on with contractor and
Okay.
figure it out.
Safe, right across from the police department.
Yeah.
That's good.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You?
I move to approve, or did you want to move? No. I move to approve PC case number 2516 for the neighborhood office at 1225 Bellevue.
Second.
Ruth?
Elisa Rudolph,
Yes,
Mark Porter,
Yes.
Bill Coons,
Yes.
Greg Bird.
yes.
Well,
welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. You are welcome to stay if you want, or leave. We're gonna do new business and old business. Okay, great. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Welcome to the village.
Yes,
Thank you.
welcome. Thank you for coming this year. Okay. All right. Try to my hour. Is there any old business? I have something that I wanted to bring up. It's kind of a culmination of everything that people have asked questions, because we have a relatively newer board of residents here. So last month, when we scheduled the public hearing, Phyllis, who's not here, she had asked, is it necessary for applicants to come to schedule the hearing when they have all this together? And I'm gonna put a list of a few things, because most of it's directed toward the solicitor to answer for me. So to clearly address that, Greg brought up an outstanding point about what should be the protocol if they present something and don't even have a parking plan there or not? Like, do we have to have them come back again, or ask them, we can't put it on the agenda until we have these items? And then I also just wanted to have clarity, when we have absentees, what's the protocol as to when do we get when should we let you know? I mean, obviously there's emergencies that can crop up. When do we get the substitute in? How do we address that? So I guess it's just protocol are my questions.
No, it's a good comment because Phyllis's husband's also on the ARB.
Oh,
So the easiest thing is to deal with Ruth, to let her know someone's going to be absent. She gets the, contacts
okay.
or alternate.
Yeah, that should be the protocol, is that the person who is going to be absent contact Ruth. Everything should really go through Ruth. She is the secretary for the planning commission. It's just kind of the way to kind of make sure to funnel everything through Ruth in that regard, as far as scheduling, absentees, and that sort of thing. With respect to your first question.
The first question is we've already addressed the thing about signing in. That was my other question, but we've done that. If we're scheduling a public hearing, we have people come just to say, yeah, I can make it that date, and then they leave. Should we require them to be present for that, make it optional?
Right now, it is not a requirement. And I will tell you, you do not have to ask for their permission as to when they're available for the public hearing.
Okay.
You have a certain amount of time to set the public hearing.
Okay.
If they can show, so be it. If they cannot, they'll have to ask for an extension or have to postpone it.
Okay.
They are not required. I think it's probably a best practice for someone from their team to be here for that, even though it's just a setting of a public hearing and we really don't talk much about it. But I would not necessarily make it a requirement in the rules, and I wouldn't call it optional. This is when we set our public hearing.
Okay.
So I would think, again, that anyone at best practice, they would be here.
Well, if they aren't represented at a public hearing, who makes a presentation?
No, I'm talking about scheduling of the public hearing. So like, not the meeting today, but the one in November that's scheduled
I see,
today.
okay, the prior one, okay.
Yeah, because we're getting in the habit when we have an item in the regular meeting of scheduling a public hearing, they come so well prepared, they have all of their plans, the printouts, and I'm like, we're just here to set a date. And Phyllis thought, should we let them know you don't have to bring all of this? And I believe they know they don't have to, they just come
They do.
prepared.
Yes, they do know that they don't have to get all those items in until 2 weeks before the public hearing. But a lot of times they do.
It's wise, the way it's on the record, it's available for public inspection. And my guess is they come because they want to answer any questions the new neighbors might have, right? And making sure that everything is a smooth transition. No one's going to find out the hard way that something happened that they didn't expect. So, yep.
But at the actual meeting regarding the application, yes, someone from the applicant has to be represented here to present, because technically we don't act on an application without a presentation, even if it's just their name and, hey, I've submitted everything, do you have any questions?
Yes, are you sharing parking spots with somebody else?
Exactly.
Yeah, that was my concern on that one. It went better than I expected. And then the last question is Greg's point about presenting some type of parking plan or not.
Well, so just so you know, for development review, that is definitely one of the criteria that we have. You're supposed to look at the kind of the entire presentation doesn't provide for adequate parking, loading, landscaping. I mean, there's all sorts of things into what goes into development review. Most of what we do here is development review. So I would say if it's not included, I mean, probably we should say it's an incomplete application, but if for some reason it's here and we are considering it, that should definitely be a consideration that they do not have a parking plan. Right,
Well, that's
Yeah.
grounds to tell them to come back.
correct.
Tonight, they had a parking plan.
Which they did.
It was, there was a conflict.
It was a complaint, yeah. Well, it originated with, the, second item, last time when, the foundational pelvic therapy was here, we didn't have any parking plan at all.
Right.
If that's the case, should we let them know we're not gonna put you on the agenda until we have something drafted up, or put them through, like, she didn't have to pay twice, did she? Do you know that?
No.
Okay.
It's a one fee
Right.
usually.
Okay,
But I think though in the previous situation, the previous meeting, we thought that maybe the applicant would be providing that in advance of it, but still didn't.
Okay.
So, that's a tough one because it's already been noticed.
Mhm.
And here we are, already convening. So
Okay.
I think what happened was appropriate, having her come back with the
Yes.
parking plan.
Okay.
Instead of saying denied for incompletion. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because again, she's giving assurances that she thought that it would be here before.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, should we notify state that you and another restaurant have the same parking? And I'm assuming knowing Joe Franzese, he's gonna take care of this.
Yeah.
But if, like, I thought they were doing it, I thought they were doing it. Do we, anything more formally
I
than
don't-
what we did?
I don't
Close
think
enough.
so, only because we've already approved steak, so they're first, so they're
Right.
first and first and best.
first in, first out.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't think we need to do any, we still though, again, Daru cannot open until we get that approved.
My question.
Non-conflicting parking plan.
I'm wondering, and we don't have anyone here represented to find out, and also because so many of us here are members there, Father John knows when it comes to, it's like, I'm not gonna talk about that outside of here with the parking, like, because I really want to pick up the phone and call him going, what are you doing? But I can't.
And you shouldn't, because
No.
again, it's not your job to do the independent,
Exactly.
that kind of research. It's truly quick, it's really Daru. And I get why we want to have
Okay.
someone from St. John's, but truly it's Daru's responsibility, not St. John's.
They have-
But to the mayor's question on steak, what I'm really wondering is, was their contract terminated? Steaks.
Well, that would be a problem.
Right,
Occupancy,
and,
right?
and if it was, then what do? Do we call them back in, or are they responsible for letting us know? Or do they just direct it with, just
Wouldn't it
deal
be-
with?
I would think it would be part of the occupancy permit and the enforcement.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So that they don't have to come back here,
I don't think so, unless.
that's all your problem.
We did in the past, we've sent letters, we condition use for a year.
Right.
And a year comes up, send them a letter,
Okay.
get certificates back in the office, and they come to.
Yeah, because as soon as I saw this, I'm looking at it, I'm like, those are these same spots that we saw, so that's where, I was concerned, but, okay.
Good
Yep.
catch.
I'm surprised they're letting people park on the circle.
Yeah, I was
Me
wondering
too.
about that also.
I'm very
All
surprised.
right, I want to be blocked in.
Well,
Oh, yeah, stay now.
But they're valet, so they've got the keys.
But still, it's,
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm surprised.
people park there though, at Mass, you
Well,
know.
they do, but if
For
that
now.
way needs to get car number 2 in line, is he going to like move 1 and then get 2, or is he gonna drive on the lawn?
Is there room, is there room to pass? Or no? Are they blocked in?
Oh, yeah, you could put 8 cars on this.
But can you do double wide? Meaning.
Yeah, double wide, but you're not gonna get out.
But if you're parked behind someone, can they go around to get out?
Mhm.
Okay,
I don't
so
remember the driveway being that
I'll
wide.
have to pay attention
Oh,
this weekend. You park there and I'll drive past.
okay. Well, park next to me, and we'll test bills
We'll
there.
test, we'll test, just don't open your door. Okay, yeah, well, and, yeah, That's all I had. Anyone else have any other old business or new business items?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
A second. All in favor? Aye. Okay, meeting is adjourned. Happy holidays, everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Happy Hanukkah and festivals. Yeah. Smallest meeting. For now. We'll see. Yeah, someone else will be doing this. You do it your entire term, if you're the council.
Right.
We have the 4-year film.
Okay.
So. Yeah, it's really interesting.
I'll make a quick chair.
We'll see what happens.
Leave it. Chair goes front like that.
Every once in a while.